Step 7, increase your metabolism. So you might be wondering why we wait until step 7 to increase our metabolism. The first 6 steps of the functional health recovery must be addressed before you will experience a significant change in your metabolism. You have to be able to increase your digestion and absorption of the food that you bring in. You have to make sure that you're feeding the good bugs that are in your small and large intestine to make sure that the cells are working correctly. You have to heal your brain so that there is a good communication between your brain and the rest of your body. You also have to strengthen your blood and circulation so that then all of the nutrients that you're bringing into your body can be transported around and then be transferred from your blood and your lymph to your cells and tissues correctly so that you can increase your metabolism. Then you also have to make sure that you're decreasing your body's inflammation, because if your body is inflamed, your metabolism will continue to go down. And then finally, you need to make sure you continue to build your cell power so that when all of the nutrition and nutrients get to your cells, they can be burned properly. So what actually happens to you in step 7? Well, this is where the magic of weight loss really begins to speed up and take hold, because you are going to start burning fuel more effectively and your fat stores will begin to shrink. You'll have better energy and you'll have better focus because your brain is burning fuel better and more effectively. So what are the best ways to increase your metabolism? The first way is to turn on the master metabolism switch. And we're going to be talking about that as we go through this lesson. The second way is to improve metabolic stress response. In other words, you have to be able to make sure that your cells can handle the stress that is put on it. The third way is to reduce blood sugar problems and to stimulate the blood sugar receptors to actually be more receptive to blood sugar and burn that blood sugar more effectively. The next way to increase your metabolism is to reduce toxic hormone blockers. We all have a lot of toxic hormone blockers that are in our environment, and we really need to decrease those blockers to speed up your metabolism. The next way is you have to increase your sleep quality because you burn the most fat when you are sleeping. Also, you have to increase your mitochondrial function. We've talked a lot about the mitochondria in the Build Your Cell Power lesson, but we're going to revisit that during this lesson also. And then finally, you have to increase your hydration level. Because once your hydration level is better, so will your metabolism be better. The first way we're going to increase your metabolism is by turning on your master metabolism switch. This switch is called AMPK, and this is an enzyme that once we help you, it will improve your body's ability to turn this switch on, and we're going to do that by using whole foods, supplements, and herbs. This AMPK is an enzyme that is found within your cells that stimulates energy metabolism and cell survival during stress. So when you need the energy, AMPK helps to produce it. It also helps your cells not to be killed during times of extreme stress. AMPK also turns on and off many age-related pathways. So if your AMPK is working correctly, you will age more gracefully and slowly. But what the recent research has found is that the responsiveness of AMPK, the switch for that AMPK, declines with age. Your ability to turn on and turn off the AMPK. So if we can increase the AMPK activity, we're going to extend your lifespan, because our whole goal is for your health span to equal your lifespan. The next way we're going to increase your metabolism is we're going to improve the metabolic stress responses that occur within your cells. There are special types of proteins that are called sirtuins. And what their job is to increase the stress resistance, and it does this by their ability to increase your metabolism, alter or decrease your inflammatory response, and enhance your ability to cope with the biological rust that you create by your mitochondria burning your fuel for energy. So we can focus in and improve these proteins by using specific whole foods, supplements, and herbs. The next way we're going to increase your metabolism is to help you reduce your blood sugar problems. We've talked a lot about blood sugar problems already, so what we're going to do here in this step is to teach you how to create strategies from the 4 different areas and options you have of the Functional Health Recovery Program. And these 4 areas include attitude, lifestyle behaviors, whole food nutrition, and movement. The first option of the Functional Health Recovery Program that you have to be able to embrace is that you have to be able to go against the social norm of healthcare today. For the last 80 years, our healthcare system has basically put you in a situation where you just simply wait until you get sick enough for our current healthcare system to rescue you. But your Functional Health Recovery Program does the exact opposite of that. Our job is to empower you and teach you what you need to know so that you can become your own healthcare provider and not wait until you get to the stage where you need rescue. Once you understand that you can take care of yourself and get to the point where you are your best healthcare provider, then your ability for your health span to equal your lifespan will be greatly increased. The second option you have to help reduce your blood sugar problems and increase your metabolism is your different lifestyle behaviors that you have every day. You have to be able to decrease the amount of stress or increase the amount of stress that you can handle. Then the second lifestyle behavior is you have to be able to get good quality sleep, because sleep is when you regenerate yourself and burn the most fat. A third lifestyle behavior that you really have to focus on is your meal time, making sure that you are taking the time to eat your food correctly and in a relaxed state so that you actually digest your food correctly. The third option you have in your Functional Health Recovery Program to help you reduce your blood sugar problems and increase your metabolism is by using whole food nutrition. You need to make sure that the food that you're eating is whole and is organic and doing everything you can to eat clean. The best way to start is by prepping your meals, making sure that you, on a Saturday or Sunday, that you take the time to get your meals for the week ready so that then when you're busy and you're running through your week, you're not eating crud that is not going to help you keep your blood sugar under control. The next thing is to make sure that you're taking your whole food supplements that are working to increase your ability to handle stress and reduce your blood sugar. Now, these whole food supplements have an extra cost related to them, but the cost versus the benefits of these supplements is minimal compared to the fact that when you get all of these things done correctly, your metabolism will increase, your percent body fat will go down, you will feel better, look better, and live longer. The fourth and final way to reduce your blood sugar problems and help you increase your metabolism is simply movement. You have to have the right type of exercise for where you're at right now. Not everybody is going to be pounding the treadmill or running 5 miles a day. You simply have to learn to move correctly for where you're at right now. And this movement is also in line with controlling your pain. Because if you can't exercise because of pain, then your blood sugar will not be reduced and you won't be able to increase your metabolism. So making sure that your health coach and you come up with a very simple, easy plan that doesn't increase your pain, but increases your movement on a daily basis will help you reduce your blood sugar and increase your metabolism. The next way to help you increase your metabolism and burn more fat for fuel is to reduce your toxic hormone blockers. It's sad to say, but true, that we all have toxic hormone blockers in our environment every day. And all of these different hormone blockers cause a decrease in your metabolism. So the more you understand about these different types of hormone blockers, the more you can be aware and stay away from them as best you can. So here is a list of the most common hormone blocking chemicals that we all come into contact with every day. The first toxic hormone blocker that most of us come into contact with almost daily is called BPA. And this BPA is a plastic byproduct that acts like estrogen in your body. And none of us need extra estrogen in our body because up to 80% of women and over 70% of men have too much estrogen in their body anyway, and this causes a great deal of trouble. So BPA is found a lot in plastics, and if you stay away from plastics and use mostly clear glass, then you decrease the amount of this plastic byproduct that you have being ingested into your body on a daily basis. The next toxic hormone blocker is called dioxin. And dioxin can still be found in some polluted environments. And this toxin disrupts the male and female hormone receptors and does not allow these hormones to work correctly. The next toxic hormone blocker is called atrazine. And atrazine is a herbicide that also disrupts the male and female hormone receptors and does not allow them to work correctly. The next toxic hormone blocker is phthalates. And phthalates is a toxic plastic byproduct that disrupts male and female hormone receptors. As you can see, the vast majority of these toxic hormone blockers really disrupt the male and female hormone receptors. And this is what is causing a lot of the increase in problems with sperm production and with infertility and things that we're all noticing as time goes on. The next toxic hormone blocker are the percolates. And the percolates are a component of rocket fuel. Yeah? All of us have this rocket fuel component in our soils and found in our environment. And these toxic hormone blockers often get found in milk products and in produce. And these problem toxic hormone blockers are found to disrupt thyroid hormone action. so that then your thyroid gland does not work correctly. Fire retardants are also a common toxic hormone blocker that you find. And this fire retardants are often found in breast milk and also disrupt thyroid hormone function and actions. The next toxic hormone blocker is lead. And lead can come from contaminated paint or from dirt. And we all know that lead can lead to brain damage. The next one is arsenic. And arsenic is still found in food and in drinking water to very small degrees. But when you have arsenic, it disrupts your blood sugar metabolism and regulation and leads to blood sugar problems down the road. The next one is mercury. And they're finding mercury in a lot of raw fish and seafood, and mercury disrupts female hormones and blood sugar hormones and causes even further trouble. The last toxic hormone blocker on this list is called PFCs. And PFCs are found in nonstick cookware. And this toxic hormone blocker affects sex hormones and your thyroid gland. So all 10 of these different toxic hormone blockers cause trouble in different ways, but all of them reduce your metabolism by blocking the effects of hormones to come in and hook onto the receptor sites of the cell and turn up and turn on your metabolism. So now let's talk about how increasing your sleep quality will also help you to increase your metabolism. Sleep quality has been shown to be extremely important in increasing your metabolism and for overall stress management. And your sleep quality is really controlled by your brain. When you have external environmental clues such as darkness, there is something in your hypothalamus that is called your central circadian clock. And this central circadian clock tells you it's dark, it's time to go to bed. But when there is light out and your central circadian clock sees the brightness, it's going to tell your brain that, oh, it's time to turn on your peripheral clock system that tells your stomach, your liver, your adrenal glands, your pancreas, your intestine, and your muscles to start to wake up and burn more fuel. But as you sleep, your central circadian clock will increase the amount of metabolism of the fat tissues. And the fat tissues are more active during the dark cycle. And so if you have good quality sleep, you actually burn the most fat at night. So if you want to burn more fat, sleep better. So this is why increasing your sleep quality is so important. If you are sleeping well at night, you're burning fat. And if you're really awake during the day, then you're burning fat through all of your peripheral clock system. So making sure that your sleep quality is high will help you increase your metabolism. The next way to increase your metabolism is by increasing your mitochondrial function. If you have a sedentary lifestyle and you're not aging gracefully, you will reduce the effectiveness of your mitochondrial function. The first thing that will happen is you will reduce your aerobic capacity. And your aerobic capacity is your ability to turn oxygen into fuel, especially in your heart and lungs. This leads to a reduce in the number of mitochondria that you actually produce. When the number of mitochondria that you have available to produce energy decreases, this leads to insulin resistance and diabetes and cardiovascular disease and all of the chronic problems that we're all trying to avoid. This also decreases your metabolism because without mitochondria, you cannot burn fuel effectively. One of the best ways to increase mitochondrial function and in turn increase your metabolism is to do aerobic, resistance, and high intensity interval training exercise. These types of exercises increase your aerobic capacity, increase your resistance to fatigue, increase your endurance, and increase your fitness level. All of these things increase your mitochondrial function. You create more mitochondria, and the more mitochondria you create, the better fuel economy you have, the more fuel you can burn, and the increase of your metabolism continues to get better. So when you increase your mitochondrial function and your mitochondrial numbers, you increase your metabolism. This reduces your risk for diabetes, reduces your risk for cardiovascular disease. It really reduces your risk for any chronic disease process, and that's great for all of us. So now let's talk about one of my favorite topics in increasing metabolism, and that is by increasing your hydration level. Why should you drink plenty of water? Let me give you the top 10 reasons. So why should you drink plenty of water? You'll have better energy for metabolism. You'll actually reduce your blood pressure because blood pressure problems usually occur because there is not enough volume, and with decrease in the volume of the blood, it increases the pressure necessary to push that blood through your system. You could also stop allergies and asthma by diluting the number of histamines, which is the aggravating chemicals that cause allergies and asthma. So drinking more water will help with allergies and asthma. If you want to make your skin just glow, increase your hydration level and put more water into your skin. It makes a huge difference in decreasing wrinkles and making your skin look years younger. Increasing your hydration also stops high cholesterol by helping to decrease the amount of inflammation that you have in your body. Because cholesterol is the building block for all of your anti-inflammatory hormones. So if you have a decrease in the amount of inflammation you have, you don't need to produce as much cholesterol, so it brings your cholesterol levels down. Proper hydration also helps to eliminate digestive disorders because the more fluid you have, the easier things move through your system. It also flushes bad bugs from your kidney and bladder. That just makes sense. The more fluid that you're able to flow through your kidneys and your bladder, the more bad bugs you can get rid of. It also speeds up joint and cartilage repair. You need to have proper hydration to keep those joints lubricated and working correctly. Another thing that increasing your hydration does is it stops you from gaining unwanted weight. When you drink enough water and you drink water before you eat, you actually extend your stomach so that you feel fuller faster. And the final reason that you need to stay hydrated is it helps to slow the entire aging process. If you're drinking enough water, all 9 of these other benefits start to add up and slow the entire aging process down. So all you have to do is drink more water and you slow the aging process down. So of course this leads to the question, How much water is enough? The easiest way to get enough water is to drink half of your body weight in ounces per day. For example, if you weigh 200 pounds, then drink 100 ounces of water per day. If you're 150 pounds, then drink 75 ounces of water per day. This sounds like an awful lot, and in the beginning it is, but over time your body will get used to it and actually start to crave it. And as you start to increase your water intake, make sure you're drinking filtered water or bottled water, not tap water. The tap water that is found in most areas is contaminated with many different kinds of problems, many of the different toxic hormone disruptors we were talking about earlier. So make sure that your water is filtered or use bottled water, because these water sources are much better for you and will help you hydrate quicker. And one way to know that your hydration level is getting much better is if you drink a large glass of water and have to go to the bathroom within a short period of time, then you're dehydrated and you can't hold on to the water that you're actually drinking. So if you're drinking a large glass of water and have to run to the bathroom in a 15 minutes and a half an hour or an hour after you drink all that water, you are certainly dehydrated. But when you get to the case where you're drinking a large glass of water and you don't have to go to the bathroom for 3 or 4 hours after that, then you know your hydration level is getting much better and you're holding on to your water much more effectively. To speed up the process of hydration, use sea salt to help you hold on to your water more effectively. It contains all 4 basic electrolytes: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and chloride. These 4 electrolytes are necessary for your cells and for your body to hold on to the water that you're bringing in. So you can use sea salt and drink large glasses of water, and the longer you can go before you have to go to the bathroom after you drank that large glass of water, the better your hydration level is getting. What do you really need to know about step 7? Step 7 is all about increasing your metabolism. And to increase your metabolism, you must be able to turn on the master metabolism switch. You must also be able to improve your metabolic stress response. You also need to fix your blood sugar problems and reduce the toxic hormone blockers that are keeping you from losing the weight that you want. You must also increase your sleep quality and increase your mitochondrial function. The other thing you need to know about step 7 is that step 7 usually occurs in phase 2 of your complete functional health recovery process. This is when your carbohydrate and food intolerances decrease and your fat and protein metabolism increases, and where the magic of weight loss really begins to speed up.